Hello everyone and good afternoon. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to Technical Session 11C. Myself Adesh Bazare and this session would be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GIA Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 10th International Conference on ICT for Sustainable Development, ICT4SD 2025, Goa, India. The 10th edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held on 17 July 2025 in Goa, India, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom from 17 to 19 July 2025. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions through the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations. Each presenter will be given 10 minutes for the presentations and 2 minutes for question and answers. On 9 minutes, I'll raise a gentle reminder. There's another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, then you can write it to me in chat box. Just before we start the session, I would like to introduce you all to the chair for this session, Professor Kalyani Guge. Ma'am is the Assistant Head Academics, Computer Science and Engineering, AI and ML, Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, Pune, India, with 10 years of academic experience. Her areas of specialization include medical imaging, deep learning, and machine learning. She is an active professional member of the International Association of Engineers and serves as a board of studies members, contributing to curriculum development and academic advancement in her field. I request Professor Kalyani to share her opening remarks with our presenters.
Good morning, all. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me as a session chair. Adesh sir is already give the introduction about me. Apart from this, I'll just add on to this that I'm having industry experience of 3.5 years as well. I worked as a senior data scientist in a rate of technology private limited with a senior data scientist and also work with the e-commerce industry in a different manner, work with the Amazons as well. Apart from this, today I look forwards with the more innovative ideas, the what the presenter are showing today. With respect to that, definitely I'll give my more inputs and the valuable inputs to them. I really thanks to the ICT to inviting me as a session chair. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we'll begin with our presentations. The first paper to be presented is the paper title, A Comprehensive Survey on Recommendation Frameworks, Techniques, Challenges and Future Directions. The paper will be presented by Pranjali Zadav.
Will you please allow me to share my presentation?
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, I have turned off my yeah.
Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. The screen is visible.
Okay. Am I audible clearly?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
Okay. Good afternoon, session chair and all the members. Today I, Ms. Pranjali Zadav, research scholar at Matoshi College of Engineering and Research Center and assistant professor at VIT, Pune, will be presenting our work titled A Comprehensive Survey on Recommendation Framework, Techniques, Challenges, and Future Direction. This study analyzes key recommendation techniques, architecture models, challenges, and upcoming trends that define modern recommender systems. Recommendation systems have become a centralized part of our day-to-day life that provide us personalized digital experiences. They are widely used in various domains like e-commerce, streaming, healthcare, and social media. Over time, they have evolved from simple rule-based systems to complex AI-driven models that learn from user behaviors. There are different types of recommendation systems traditionally. There are three main categories: collaborative filtering, content-based filtering, and hybrid systems. So collaborative filtering, which relies on user-to-user interactions or item-to-item similarities. Content-based filtering, which compares the item's features with user preferences. And third type, hybrid system, which combine both the approaches to improve the recommendation performance. First type is a collaborative filtering. In collaborative filtering, similar users have similar taste. So there are user-based collaborative filtering and item-based collaborative filtering. User-based finds users with similar behaviors or taste, and item-based find similar item based on user ratings. However, they face certain challenges that they suffer from cold start problem and scalability issues. So here is a sample where we focuses on users with similar preferences and items with having more item to item similarities that can be seen. So these are the two types of collaborative filtering. The challenges that are faced by collaborative filtering are data sparsity, where users typically rate very few items. So data is sparse about the user's interaction with the items. Second is a cold start problem, where users lack interaction with the data, or new users and new items are there. So new user has, the system has very less information about the user and items. So that is a cold start problem. Third is a scalability problem. When the number of users or items increases, then the data size strain that system, so system becomes slow. The second type was content-based filtering. So content-based filtering focuses on the properties of the items. They recommend more of the same by comparing item features with a user profile. It handles new items well, but may lead to some diversity and cold start issues. So content base has certain advantages and disadvantages. So the advantages include independence from other users and suitability for new item recommendations. And the disadvantage is that it includes over specialization, recommending only similar content repeatedly. For example, the Spotify platform recommends similar genres on past items, on past listens of the particular users. The third type of traditional recommendation model is a hybrid model, which combines the collaborative filtering and content-based techniques. These models have certain advantage that they are more accurate than using the either of the approaches like collaborative and content-based, and it reduces the problems like cold start and data sparsity problems. Netflix and Amazon are some of the examples that successfully uses hybrid approaches to deliver high quality recommendations. Other approaches apart from traditional are deep learning approaches. So they are somewhat powerful techniques. So the first is a neural collaborative filtering, which models complex patterns. Second type is autoencoders, which captures latent features from sparse data. And third is a graphical neural network that model relationships in structured data like knowledge graphs. So here is a proposed framework architecture. So this our proposed architecture is a multi-layer architecture. The data layer collects and processes the input. The second layer is a model layer where we select appropriate algorithm or a model, recommendation model. And third is a recommendation engine which ranks and presents the results, and a feedback module that supports continuous learning. So this figure shows the pipeline from data ingestion and then model selection to user feedback loops that help the system continuously improve in the recommendations. Now the domain applications, now recommendations are widely adopted in various domains For Netflix, it has been adopted for movies, Amazon for products, Spotify for music, healthcare domains, and social media for personalized feeds and friend suggestions. Now, there are certain challenges that are faced by the recommendation systems uh, despite being in progress. So they faces challenges like data sparsity and cold start, scalability issues, bias and fairness, especially for minority groups where there are less data or information available, and privacy and security due to sensitive user data. Now, here we will talk about the recent advancements in recommendation. So, to address certain challenges, new methods are emerging, and they are federated learning that keeps the data local for privacy, explainable AI that builds trust by revealing why particular items have been recommended. Then multimodal systems, which will combine the textual, audio, and visual for rich insights and recommendations. So these are the recent advancements. Here is a technique comparison of different techniques, which will outline its performance, privacy concerns, and strength and weaknesses. So these are the different techniques: memory-based collaborative filtering, model-based collaborative filtering, content-based filtering, neural collaborative filtering, graph neural networks, hybrid approaches, and knowledge graph-based recommendation systems. So the looking ahead, we have better explainability and future transparency. Then we can have scalable and real-time systems that will adapt quickly, and use of edge AI and federated systems that will help for local and securing the process. So these advanced methods has certain future directions. Moving to the conclusion of the survey. So this survey reviewed traditional and advanced recommendation techniques, a scalable framework, and current industry challenges. The future research should focus on balancing accuracy, privacy, fairness, and explainability to create next generation recommendation systems. These are the papers that I have referred for this survey. There are almost 25 plus papers, but here I have mentioned 18, some of the top references. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Pranali. Nice presentation. Can you please differentiate between personalized and non-personalized recommendation system?
Personalized recommendations are, we can say, have some users information have been used, like its past preferences or past history has been used for recommending similar kinds of items to that particular user. Non-personalized, as in those which generally the user haven't interacted or bought any kind of such items from online platforms.
But on online platform also there is a personalized recommendation system, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. What are the key algorithms is used in your collaborative filtering? Can you elaborate because you added there, right?
Yeah, these are the traditional methods where collaborative filterings are being used. The collaborative filterings, in collaborative filtering, in the survey, I have surveyed the paper based on the different types of collaboration that they have might have used. Uh, so, in collaborative filtering, uh, the different techniques are user-based or item-based that I have discussed. So, in user-based, there are user-to-user interactions that can be considered. So, similar users can have similar taste. So, that particular item, if one of the user have given a rating or he has liked that particular item, then second user will also be recommended the same kind of item. Also, item to item recommendations are there. If similar kinds of items are present, they have certain features which are similar. So if one of the user like that particular if the one of the item has that particular feature, then it will be based on that feature, it will be recommended to the user.
Okay. Uh, which data set that you have going to be used for this?
Ma'am, I'm going to recommend, actually, I am thinking of multiple items, means a generalized recommendation where I can recommend a particular movie or recommend a particular e-commerce product. So, how feasible it is, I'm not sure yet. So, I
Okay.
am thinking of multiple items, so it will become a generalized recommendation system.
Okay. Fine, because I want to ask about the benchmark of your data set that you are
Uh,
going to be used.
Currently, I was trying to implement the system with Movie Lens. Movie Lens is a data
Mm-hmm.
set where there are a number of users, then movies are there, and its ratings are there.
Mm-hmm.
So how the movie a particular user has rated, and based on that, we can recommend. I have currently used that Movie Lens data set. I'm working on it.
Okay, so you basically work on the all the data set, all type of the data set, right?
Uh,
Recommendation in this, if you are considering recommendation in e-commerce, that is different. Recommendation related to the movie is different. So
yes,
in you have to specify which your data set or what
Movie
exactly.
Lens.
You haven't yet decided, right?
Currently, yes, I haven't decided, but I have tried to use Movie Lens dataset because of its huge size. I am facing certain difficulties, and I'm also looking for other kinds of data set that I can get from like Amazon or Netflix. So that data set can also be. I will try to use
Okay, so
since it
last
is a
question.
survey. Since it
Okay,
was a
yes, yes.
survey, so I haven't actually specified any particular data set.
Okay, so there is just one suggestion. You can check the role of the large language model
Yes,
because
ma'am.
that plays next generation recommendation as well. Because you are mentioned a federated learning explainable AI also, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That is the now the techniques they already used. So
Okay.
you can think accordingly to the LLM as well because for next generation to recommend that you might be have a LLM also play some role inside that. So
Yes. Yes,
you
ma'am.
can add on the your research related to
Yes, ma'am.
this. So it is
Thank.
might have a weightage to your research more than that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for your suggestion.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Pranjali. Sorry,
Yeah,
Pranjali.
branch.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Adesh, sir, over to you.
Sure, ma'am. So thank you, ma'am, for your presentation. Now we'll be moving further with our next paper. The next paper to be presented is Achieving Excellence, AI-driven mock interviews for career advancement, and the paper will be presented by Sakshi Suryavanshi.
Hello. Hello,
Hello,
am I
ma'am.
audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, let me share my screen. Just one second.
Sure.
Can you please allow me to share the screen?
Ma'am, can you just try again? Like
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
stopped my
yeah. Yes, yes, I can
screen
see.
share.
Thank you. Is it visible right now?
Yeah,
Hello.
now it's visible.
Yeah, just one second. Yeah, I hope it is visible. Hello.
Ma'am, we are getting a pop-up of audience window asking you to enter full screen mode.
Just one second. Let me check. Is it visible now properly?
Yes, ma'am, now it's visible.
Yeah, okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Sakshi Suryavanshi, and I have completed my BTech in Information Technology from JSPM RSUE. And so, as a paper title is Achieving Excellence through AI-driven mock interviews for career advancement. Our paper is actually based on a platform that we have implemented, which helps aspirants to prepare for their real-life interviews by giving mock interviews through our platform. As we know that specialized skills are very important in day-to-day market, so our platform offers aspirants to give interview based on their job profile, such as the title or the experience, or we can say the key topics that they have prepared. The motivation behind our project, or we can say platform, was that day to day that the mock interview platforms that are currently available, there are not consistent enough, as our platform presents a thing that both emotional and the verbal and non-verbal cues both are monitored through our platform and providing a scale a good feedback that what are the things that the aspirant needs to improve on. Moving further, this is the proposed system of our platform. The input stage is student registration, or we can say user registration. After registration, you can see the past interviews that you have given, or you can create a new one. And while creating it, you have to select your job profile, the title of your job, and the topics that you have prepared, and the experience level that you have. After that, our model will present it with the questions one by one, and then there is an option to record your answers, and the video and audio both will be in use. And then you can record your answer, and once you have recorded, you can move to the next question. In this process, there are total 5 questions. So in the backend processing, these questions are processed and passed to Gemini API, which will record its answers, and then will at the end of the interview, the feedback will be provided, and also that we also record their facial expressions using our CNN model and Delib, which is used for recording its posture detection, and further the entire feedback is given on that basis. Further, we also have course generation. In the end, we can say the user can actually create course on the basis of topics that they want to prepare. I will share the further process. The requirements that we have was Python as the language for our CNN model. Then in CNN model, we have used TensorFlow and Keras libraries. OpenCV is used for video and image capturing. Then we have used Dilip for to capture the facial points for interaction, such as measuring eye contact and overall body posture. Then we have used Flask for development of RESTful APIs to connect our front-end interface and the back-end support. Then the dataset, we have used AffectNet dataset. It consists of different pictures of how people express their emotions. Each of these file has a file measure of 96 pixels. The resolution was reduced to 96 pixels. We also used for Next.js for front end and back end. And there is Tailwind CSS, Gemini API, YouTube API, and a database as PostgreSQL. Talking further about our dataset, as I already mentioned about dataset, that we have used AffectNet dataset, and talking about our CNN model. For the task of facial expression recognition, a CNN architecture will be especially designed, which actually will detect your emotions, whether it is happiness, sadness, anger, surprise, fear, and facial disgust. Up next, we have speech recognition and confidence assessment using NLP. So we have used speech to text library in React. There is a library through which we will convert the user voice into text, and then the payload or the whole data is sent to Gemini API further. Then we have used MediaPipe for post estimation. Changing that, it is actually Delib. The Delib model is used for facial landmark detection, which is essential for analyzing expressions and facial cues. of the candidate using during the mock interview. DELIB is a pre-trained model identifying 68 facial landmark points, which includes key facial features such as eyebrows, eyes, mouth, and jawline. These landmarks provide special data that will be processed for evaluating expressions like smile, frown, eye contact, and overall attentiveness. By analyzing these patterns, the candidate's emotion state, confidence, and engagement can be drawn effectively. As we have already discussed AffectNet dataset earlier. So we have the reason behind using this particular dataset was that it is have very large collection of facial expressions, over 1 million, and have dividing them into 7 universal expression, which is neutral, happy, sad, surprise, fear, disgust, anger, and contempt. So, talking about evaluation metrics further, to evaluate the performance of the platform, a combination of classification and user-centric metrics were used. For emotion recognition and body posture detection, the system achieved an accuracy of 91.4%, precision of 89.6%, recall of 90.2%, and an F1 score of 89.9%, indicating high
Excuse me,
reliability.
ma'am. Sorry
Yes.
to interrupt. Just wanted to mention you have 2 minutes of time left to conclude your presentation.
Yeah, sure. Uh, So this is actually the interface that our platform will. This is the interface of our platform. So as you can see, there is a login, and up next there is a dashboard which will be visible once you log in. You can add your interview here, and as you can see here in this, there is a job role, job description, and years of experience. And this kind of interface will be there while giving your interview. The your video and audio will be recorded here, and the question will be displayed. You can also hear the question, and then after completing all the interview, this detailed feedback is given that what was your answer, what is the expected answer, and what changes that you can do. And there is also course generation feature that we provide. You have to select the category and all the details of that, and then you can generate the course and learn from it on your own pace. So this is the concluding our paper. So we have used both CNN, NLP, and DELIB combined for giving maximum help to the aspirant to prepare not just by the technical aspect, but also the emotional or the facial aspect that they can increase their chances of getting selected. And these are the references. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Sakshi. So my first question is, what are the challenges that you are going to be faced while implementing this project?
So, ma'am, this project is already implemented, and while implementing this, earlier we faced challenges of selecting the data set. We can say so. We went through few data sets, which was FER, and then the issue with it was that it was a grayscale image, and as we are students, so we were having problems. Then working with it, then we later on selected AffectNet, and further we had faced many challenges while integrating it, that how the backend will look like, or designing it, we can say. And then we ended up taking help from Gemini API and YouTube API. YouTube API was added later, but Gemini API worked as a very important key resource for us to actually design the questions and then giving the feedback accordingly.
Okay. So you mentioned one of the model, delay model, likewise. I forgot the name.
Yeah.
So likewise, as you mentioned in your conclusion, also you are using the NLP. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So what exactly the NLP plays a roles there?
Yes, ma'am. So NLP we have used for the text processing, we can say. So there is a library that speech to text library in React.
Right.
So that actually we can process the answer given by the user, and then later on provide the feedback accordingly. So that's why I mentioned.
Okay. Because if you see, there are multiple models related to the your NLP, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like BERT, Robert, T5 approach and all.
Yes, ma'am.
So why you haven't go for that approaches?
Ma'am, so as our project was very large project, we can say that there are multiple modules, small integrating at once. So our main focus was on based on the emotional, like giving the extra feature of emotional detection properly. And then there was already a pre-implemented library which was working effectively along with our CNN model. So that's why we went for it.
Okay. So basically, you working with the creating a post content as well as the interview, right?
Yes,
AI
ma'am.
interview you
Yes,
are
ma'am.
having.
So we are taking, there are two things majorly. There is one mock interview and then course generation.
Okay, fine. Nice presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we'll be moving further with our next presentation. And the next paper to be presented is Autism Spectrum Disorder Early Detection and Support Platform with OpenCV, VGG16 Deep Learning Model and NLP Concepts. The paper will be presented by Kaustav Biswas.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Can I share the screen?
Sure, sir.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir, the screen is visible.
Okay, so a very warm good afternoon to everyone. I am Kaustav from Dayanand Academy of Technology and Management. I am from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. And today I'm going to present my paper for this esteemed conference. The title is Autism Spectrum Disorder Early Detection and Support Platform, along with OpenCV, VG16 learning model, as well as NLP concepts. So let's see what is autism actually. So autism is basically the developmental condition of your brain which will make you think differently as compared to others. And as a result, some problems which you will be facing is social interaction, imagination, and doing certain things. You may have interest in certain things, but you may not have interest among different people. You are very much course specific about anything. So let's see what it is in detail. So the problem statement is ASD is basically a developmental condition which will make you think different than others as compared to communication, learning, behavior, as well as interaction. And some of the problems which they face is making eye contact as well as engaging in conversations as well with many people. So here is the literature review. What we have seen, like I have referred few of the previous papers from last 4 or 5 years. So we have seen that there were no as such papers or projects which were developed which can provide a one-stop solution to all the entire autism community. So we can see in one of the papers, it already focused on the machine learning techniques which will help you to cure this problem. But some papers were only dealing with only like providing speech therapy. But in this paper, but in this project, what we have done is we are providing a complete solution to the entire autism, how you can detect in the earliest stages and you can go through proper therapies as well as techniques. So these are the main objectives of the entire project. Like first is the empowering individuals with autism. Like, yes, we want to help the people with who are suffering from autism so that they can get a proper lifestyle and a healthy life. Also early detection and support where you can detect autism in the early stages itself, as well as adaptive personalized learning. Me being a parent, whether my child is autistic or not, I should learn. So yes, there are some adaptive personalized learning as well. Also, we can see some of the raising awareness as well as understanding platforms we are provided where you can go and learn more about what is the problem all about, and supporting and communities where you can connect yourself with the nearby NGOs as well. Okay. So these are the motivation, helping the underestimated community, promotive inclusivity as well as neurodiversity, and yes, providing a long-lasting impact to the entire society, and providing innovative and an AI-enhanced solution for the entire autism-based techniques. So here we deal with the methodology, how the project works. First, we can see it mainly starts with the login credentials where you are taking all the person's information like email ID as well as a username and password. Provided by that, you utilize all the features. Now, what are these features? In first feature, you can see like we have an emotion classifier. In emotion classifier, what happens is a user will upload a particular image and then you are making use of a CNN-based architecture where you are pre-processing a particular image using grayscaling as well as normalization. What happens here is it will extract the essential features from the image, and then it will make use of a TensorFlow model which will classify that particular X image into different categories. For example, if he's anger, sad, or natural, or he's happy, to different ranges. And then it will give you a range of a particular emotion which is detected. For example, he's 10% happy, 15% sad, like this way. Provided by that, we have a sign language classifier where we are making use of a visual geometric group, also known as the VGG16 model, which makes use of 13 fully connected layers, 13 connected layers, and 3 fully connected layers. Here, what happens is you're uploading all the sign languages. Now, why sign languages? There are many cases in autism where the speech therapy is delayed. So for those people, we are providing sign language techniques. Whereas emotion classifier, why? Because some people are not able to express themselves properly. For example, if I am happy, I'm not able to smile, but at the same time, I'm showing some sad expression. So for that, we are making use of an emotion classifier. Then we are making use of image pre-processing, you can see, as well as Gaussian blurring and histogram equalization, where you are adjusting all the pixels of the image, and then you are checking the predicted letter, what you are going to see. Then we are displaying the particular result as well. Provided by that, we have a speech therapy. In speech therapy, what happens is, first we are loading a Streamlit web application, which will do nothing, but it will load a Streamlit web application of Python, which will record the person's speech. Here we are making use of a whisper model as well as Pi audio, which will capture the audio of the person. Then it will make use of deep learning modules and will split the entire audio into different ranges. And you can get a various range of emotions which is detected, for example, speech processing and NLP analysis. Here, what happens is you are detecting the voice, where how fast the person was, whether he was stammering or stuttering in between, then what benefits, what are the necessary, you can say, precautions the person should take while he's recording the speech. For example, if he's too hurried, then he should speak slow. If he is repeating the same patterns again and again, then it should give proper techniques like, yes, you are repeating the speech again and again, so give a pause and say. Then communication skill enhancement. For example, if you need a particular skill enhancement courses kind of thing, like proper speech therapy, you can make use of the skill enhancement techniques as well. Provided by
Excuse
that,
me,
we have,
sir.
yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to mention you have 2 minutes of time left to conclude your presentation.
Okay. So in the chatbot, what happens is, again, we have use of this Gemini API key, where we are making Gemini API key and Ajax queries for implementing the chatbot, so that they can easily interact with the website easily. So here we are making use of the framework. The front end is normal HTML and Bootstrap and JavaScript. In backend, we have used Django, and database implemented is the DB SQLite 3. These are the results. Like, first is the autism distribution components, like a pie chart which represents the features. Then we have the model accuracy, whereby that we have autism support platform. Like, these are the things which are available. In the quiz section, you can attend MCQ forms, MCQ quiz, where you can go and attend a quiz saying that whatever, if you have autism, you can get to know from that. Then we have autism friendly chatbot. Then we have a gaming section where you can go and play a games. Then we have a quiz platform. Then learning resources. For example, if you want to learn somewhere, you can go and learn. Then therapy clinics nearby. These are the support services. These are the sign language interpretation. This is the emotion detection. This is the speech therapy. So yes, I hereby conclude the presentation by saying that neurodiversity is not a flaw to be fixed, but a perspective to be embraced, because every unique mind lies a world of possibility. These are the achievements. We published 2 papers, one on IGCIT journal and one on Springer. And these are the few achievements I received for doing this project in esteemed colleges, as well as national level ideathons, as well as exhibitions. These are the references I referred. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. My first question is related to your autism questions, what you have. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what are the sources and how you are going to be authenticate that particular questions that is related to the autism?
Okay.
Second thing is that as you are mentioning the playing the game, so how you are going to be analyzing that game through the which technology that particular child is having the autism?
Okay, so first to know about whether a person is autistic or not, we made use of a quiz platform. In quiz platform, what we are doing is, for example, if I am a parent, my son or daughter is autistic or not, I will make sure that I let me attend the quiz because I will be knowing the particular activities. The quiz section is nothing but the symptoms of the autism itself. For example, if a person makes eye contact properly, if he or she has a specific interest over something, if he or she is like does not is very does not like loud noises and anything. So all the symptoms related to autism is nothing but the quiz section. So the person has to attend that particular section of this application so that he can come to know whether he is autistic or not. Further with that, the second question about the gaming section, we have seen that people who are suffering from autism, they have lack of concentration power. So in the gaming section, what we have made use is a pair of flapping of cards where you just flap the whole cards for 2-3 seconds. You see all the cards, then you match all the combinations. So in this way, we have made use of the gaming platform there just to improve the concentration power of the autism people.
Okay, whether your platform is providing any recommendation or the time based of the user progress.
Yes, in the speech therapy platform, like once you're recording the speech, it will give you detailed analysis. Like if you are using the same words again and again, for example, hello, hello, hi, hi, good morning, good morning. So it will give you a reminder that yes, you are saying the same words again and again. If you're stammering or stuttering in between, it will give a proper message like you repeated this word twice and thrice with the graphical analysis. Along with that, if you are telling any wrong grammatical sentences like I is not well, which is grammatically wrong, it will be I am not well, I will be not well. So it will give you a range, it will display a message like, do you want to mean like this, like I am not well, I will be not well, because there is a grammatical error detected. So in this way, we are providing the features. Along with that, people who are suffering from autism, like if I'm in a village area, I don't know whether my son, what problem my son is facing. So we can connect the nearby local NGOs as well. We made use of Google Map API for this. So we can, it takes the current location, it will make you connect to the nearby NGOs as well.
Okay, so while you're taking this, so have you collected any users' feedback so you can incorporate with the continuous improvement of the your
Yes,
platform?
yes, ma'am. While implementing this project, in the implementation phase, we visited NIMHANS Hospital of Bangalore, which mainly focuses on one entire department focuses on speech therapy as well as emotional and sign language detection. So 3-4 autism kids we met their parents, so we have got a positive feedback from them that yes, the quiz platform what we have provided, all the questions matches to our son and daughters. We have seen similar responses from their side as well, so that we had a good exposure there as also. Then we visited, then we also participated in many of the ideathons as well as exhibitions. Many judges who visited, they also had many autism kids in their families, so they checked with our application, they also provided good suggestions as well.
Okay, so have you thinking about to designing this platform across the all the languages, regions, or we can say the cultural contexts?
Yes, first we planned of making it using in English language only, but later in multilingual language as well, like Kannada, Hindi, English, Bengali as well. So that we can extend this project to a vast community as well. So this is what we have done. Also, we are making use to implement hardware IoT so that we can go for surveys in village areas as well.
Okay. Last question, the mattresses as you mentioned. Okay, so what are the matrices that you are going to be used while you are measuring the success of your that particular program? Technical matrices are you given that accuracy and all these steps, but rather than any communications or your improvement or any autonomy, likewise, any performance evaluation that you have.
As such, we have not planned for any performance evolution because in the initial stages only, we thought of implementing the major 4 things. That is the speech therapy, the emotion sign language, the emotion sign language, as well as the chatbot. In chatbot, we can make use of proper LLM models as well, so that you can, if you can just upload the report of the report of the autism patient, and the bot can give you proper replies as well. Like these many medications you need, you can connect to doctors online as well as get it prescribed there. So
Okay. Okay, thank you. Done from my side.
thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we'll be moving towards our next presentation. And the next paper will be presented by Anaya Mittal, who will be presenting her paper on breaking barriers, sign lingo as a two-way communication aid for the deaf and mutes.
Yes. Um,
Ma'am, can you please share your screen?
yes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, the screen is visible.
So, first of all, I'm delighted to share our paper, Breaking Barriers, Sign Lingo as a two-way communication aid for the deaf and the mute. So, I am Anya Mittal, a recent BTech graduate from Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad, and I have collaborated on this project with Abhay Pratap Singh, Ashmit Tyagi, Kanan Agrawal, under the guidance of our mentor, Dr. Avdesh Gupta, a professor at AKGC. So, moving on to the basic motive and why we have chosen this topic or this thing only. So, basically, wait. So basically, this research paper presents Sign-Lingo. It is a novel system for a two-way communication system for the people who are deaf or mute or both. Like we have in this all over the, we can say, world, we have around 466 million people who are either deaf or mute or both. And they really feel a lot of problem in communicating with the like normal people. Like normal people can't understand the sign language and they can't understand the normal language. Also, we have a problem of limited interpreters. Like sometimes they are very expensive, especially they are not affordable in the rural areas. Then everyday issues. Every time we can't have a person to translate, no, every time. And even in the education systems, you see in the schools, we are having difficulty in finding the teachers to educate such students. We don't have proper educators and facilitators to help them to be advanced. They are having this problem, but apart from that, they should not be left like alone, no, in the world. So for that, it is basically. So clear definition is the same that there is a significant communication barrier between hearing individuals and the normal people. So, in this increasing digital world, accessibility is very essential. So, for this purpose, we felt that it is a very critical problem and it needs our addressing. Like in this matter, from the literature review, we have gone through a lot of research papers, approx 20, and in that it was that either some are like one way only, like they can convert sign language to text or text to sign language, not like bidirectional systems and effective directional systems are not effective and in we can say approach nowadays. So for that, our methodology, what we'll be doing is we'll be making a bidirectional communication system using NLP, machine learning, and computer vision technologies. It will be our approach would be divided in majorly two tasks. First, our first task would be to speech to sign translation. Like the spoken language has to be converted into a video-based sign language rendering, and another would be to sign to speech translation, like the hand gestures or the expressions have to be translated into text and speech outputs. For this, the system that we are proposing would be divided into 5 modules. Input module, acquisition of audio through a microphone. Also, will be using CNN and RNN technologies for capturing the images and dividing them into frames. Then we would be having a pre-processing module, noise filter in the audio signal, normalization to ensure standardized recognition. And processing module, I have already told also that we'll be using CNN, RNN majorly, and OpenCV for capturing the images and processing on them. For the output module, we'll be representing the pre-recorded videos or the real-time transformations. Like we'll be having a data set, and if the things are matching from it, we'll play the pre-recorded videos. And if there is something new, then the sentences would be broken down into words and the videos would be played accordingly. Also, we'll be having a feedback module for enhancing the model's accuracy through adaptive learning. So, further moving on, this is the actual flow that that our algorithm and our model will be working on. We'll be taking a speech input, and then the speech input would be translated to text using Google's speech recognition library, and then that would have to be passed and lemmatizing structure all the stop words. Like in the sign language, if I'm saying that it is Sunday today, so we don't use is and other helping words. It is only consists of the main words. So that filtering would be done over here, and then the ISL syntax would be generated. The particular images and videos for individual words would be there, and they would be merged and played, and thus we can obtain the final results. So, moving on to the data collection, we also we have used like the data set from the Kaggle also, like RWTH Phoenix Weather 2014T dataset, and custom datasets of ISL gestures were also used. We have also like not completely relying on the dataset. We have also met about 20 to 30 participants with which we have like clarified that okay, yes, it is the correct data set and made modifications as per the requirement.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt. Just
Yes.
wanted to mention you have 2 minutes of time left to conclude your presentation.
Okay, sure. Then moving on to the algorithms and technologies. For speech to text, we have used Google speech to text library, NLP models, CNNs, and OpenCV for image capturing and processing. Gesture to text conversion, we have done using ISL datasets. Then real-time processing, we have used MobileNet V2 for low latency processing. And because it supports both mobile and web approaches, so that we felt it very approachable model. Then implementation tools, we have used Python and JavaScript, Django for the backend, and React.js for the front end. Then moving on to the results. The quantitative results, we can say we have 90% accuracy, and for simple words, it has even shown to 95%. And in qualitative results, participants faced no major technical issues, just that it was some regional missings, and we have some dialect issues that we'll be like handling it. So this is our conclusion and future scope. We'll be handling the regional languages and apart from ISL with the American Sign Language and other sign languages. This is our future scope. And these are the references that we have used. Actually, these are not the all. We have used 20 references, but mentioned some major 7 here. So that's all. Thank you. Moving on to the further discussion.
Okay, nice presentation. So my first question is that how does your system can handles the continuous and complex sentence rather than the isolated word?
Yes, for the continuous real-time translation, we'll be
Mm.
using the OpenCV and our media pipe library. OpenCV continuously monitors the images and it converts them into frames. So for this purpose, that we'll be using Also, we'll be using media pipe. It tracks hand landmarks in the real time. And CNN and RNN would help us to see the shape and the motion of the sequence over time.
But it's really handle your complex sentences. Have you checked with that?
Yeah, like some complex sentences, it is working on that. And for some, we have to further improve the model that we'll be working on.
Okay, so is there any customization is available?
For the customization, actually, we are working towards it. We have, like I told you, that we have used the already existing data set, but we are preparing to make our own data set. We have a institute near our college where we have such kits. So we'll be working with those and we'll be preparing our own data set and we'll merge both the data sets and then we'll redeploy the model as we have heard.
Okay, so you mentioned for the optimization you use a mobile VNet, something like this, right? That one slide
Yes,
is there.
yes,
So
yes.
how you identify that mobile VNet only, not other algorithms?
Yeah, actually that we have used because we have, as of now, we have made a website, but we are
Hmm.
thinking to make a app also. And MobileNet V2 is a lightweight. Like in the phone, everybody is not comfortable to, and even nowadays, we don't have so much storage also that to download all the heavy apps. So
Hmm.
for that, we have thought to use, we have used MobileNet V2 because it is a lightweight AI model and also works on both web as well as app.
Okay. Last question. How does your system is ensure that the contextual accuracy during your voice to sign translation?
Voice to sign. Yeah, voice to sign, we are handling
Contextual accuracy. Basically, voice to sign is fine, but we have to understand the context as well, right? Whenever you does with the
okay.
voice to sign, definitely you deal with the frames. And with respect to
Hmm.
that, you have their title, means the label. But I'm more interested in the concept, contextual accuracy.
Okay, by contextual accuracy, you means like if we are saying the same sentence, but with respect to the
Context.
context, what it
Yes.
means. That is what. So for
Hmm.
that, we have used CNN and RNN because like RNN is basically for the sequential data where the order of the data matters and also it maintains the memory of previous inputs. Like if it has seen the words in the previous context and in the previous expressions and the sentiments, then it combines with that. And CNNs are best for the spatial data, like where local patterns are important. So
No,
we
but that
are
is for extracting feature. I'm asking for the contextual. Context is very important, right? Extracting the
yeah.
feature, I agree you using CNN or whatever the other model. Mobile V2 net is also you are designing for that. But
Hmm.
if my current context and your current context, suppose Apple phone is in one context and the fruit is another context. So in that
Hmm.
case, have you worked on that or what is your strategy?
We have not worked on this as of now, but
Okay.
I'll take it as it is a very good and important point. We'll like uh, try our best to implement it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Nice presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll move towards our next presentation. And the next paper to be presented is Domain and AI-based watermark techniques for intelligent digital image forensics. The paper will be presented by Prachi Devangan.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Is my PPT visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I, Prachi Devangan from Ramadevi Women's University, Bhubaneswar, paper ID 628. And my topic is domain-based and AI-based watermark techniques for intelligent digital image forensics. So these are the outline. So nowadays, due to rapid usage of internet, there is less security for the digital files which will be transmitted over the internet. So sharing and copying digital images has become fast and easy by using the internet, and it also increases the risk of misuse and loss of privacy. So watermark is a technique which is used to protect digital content. It hides the secret information inside an image to confirm whether it is original or has been changed. So if the watermark can be correctly retrieved, it proves that the image is real. The watermark is made to be invisible and hard to remove. So next is digital image watermarking. So digital image watermarking is a branch of information hiding which is used to hiding secret information inside the digital media like images, videos or audios.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to mention that if you're trying to move your slides, we are not able to see it. It's still stuck on the very introduction slide.
Oh.
Ma'am, make it slideshow. It may get easy to you.
Now,
It's
Yes,
okay.
ma'am. But as our session chair mentioned, if it's possible, will you please share it in slideshow mode?
yes. Now it is visible.
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Let me check. Now
Yes,
it's
ma'am. Now it's visible. You may
okay.
continue.
So digital watermarking is a branch of information hiding which is used to hide the secret information inside the digital media like images, videos or audio. So a good watermark should be invisible or hard to remove or change and able to hold enough data. So watermark is useful in many areas like copyright protection, medical reports and medical security, content authentication, etc. So there are different methods are used based on how they work in the image space and frequency. Next is a type of watermark. So watermark is classified as two domain. First one is spatial domain and frequency domain. So in spatial domain, it's modify the pixel value directly by using the least significant bits technique and intermediate bit technique. And in frequency domain, the it embeds the watermarking transport image coefficients by using the discrete Fourier transformation, discrete Weber transformation, and discrete cosine transformation. And frequency domain techniques are more robust against different type of attacks and compressions. Next is our literature review. So this table summarizes and compares the several watermarking schemes based on different research works. It highlights key aspects such as the domain used means it is spatial or frequency, and methodology, watermark type, robust or fragile, supported image type, and specific remarks about performances and uses. So first technique was proposed by Abraham and Paul in the year 2019, which they have used a special domain block-based watermarking method. Their technique is robust and imperceptible, suitable for color images and effective for copyright protection. And next is Ambedkar et al. Applies a frequency domain approaches using discrete Weber transformation. Their method is both robust and imperceptible for color and grayscale images. It provides protection against geometric attacks useful for copyright and content authentication. Next is a Verma et al. Proposed a technique which is in the frequency domain by using homomorphic transformation and singular value decomposition. So their method is robust for grayscale images, achieving high NCs and SSIM values, indicating strong geometric attacks and strong geometric attack resistance and copyright protection. Uh, Next is Prasad et al. Proposed technique in the year 2020, which they have used a special domain called block level and pixel adjustment procedure (BPAP). Their method is fragile, designed for the grayscale images, and ideal for the efficient temper detection. Uh, though it does not support content recovery, it mainly suitable for only for the content authentication. Next is a Singh et al. Proposed a discrete cosine transformation based fragile watermarking method in the frequency domain, which support both color and grayscale images. It provides accurate temper detection and enables high quality recovery, making it suitable for both authentication and restoration for of modified content. And similarly, in 2015, introduces a self-embedding fragile watermarking scheme, uh, also in the frequency domain with the same goals of the detection and recovery. Next is NR et al. Proposed technique in 2020, which is a special domain technique using singular value decomposition and logistic mapping. This method works on grayscale images and is effective in detecting various types of tampering such as content removal, noise addition, and copy-paste attacks. However, it lacks a recovery mechanism and is mainly suitable for content authentication. Lastly, Hoor et al. Proposed a technique in the year 2019 that is a hybrid watermarking scheme combining the discrete Fabian transformation and discrete cosine transformation in a spatial and frequency domain. Their method uses both fragile and robust watermarks, supporting color and grayscale images. It is capable of temper detection and localization and also support copyright protection and content authentication, offering a comprehensive solution for multimedia security.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Just wanted to mention you have 2 minutes of time left to conclude
Okay.
your presentation.
So this comparison helps us to understand the trade-off between robustness, imperceptibility, and temper detection in different watermarking schemes, guiding us in choosing the appropriate method based on the application needed. So the next is AI-driven watermarking techniques. So in recent years, artificial intelligence has gained significant attention in the field of digital image security. So these systems are controlled by AI and machine learning techniques to enhance the traditional watermarking methods. So this is a machine learning model which learns from image to embed watermarks smartly and make them hard to detect or remove. Next is the deep learning model, which is a CNN and GAN. CN puts watermarks in parts of the image likely to change, making them faster, and GAN creates hidden and strong watermarks using two smart networks. Next is adversarial learning. It trains the system to defend against attacks that try to erase the watermark. And next is reinforcement learning. It learns step by step to improve watermarking and keep it safe from the new type of attacks. So here is the conclusion. So today's digital image can be easily copied. So watermarking has become very important to protect the identity, check authenticity, and prevent misuse. So this study looks at recent work in image watermarking and highlights key points. A good watermarking method should be strong, hard to notice, and able to hold enough data, but it's hard to achieve all three at once. So a balanced system is needed. So in future, combining different methods may help. AI-based watermarking gives many benefits but also brings challenges like high computing needs and risk from the AI attacks. So more new methods are needed to make watermarking stronger and more secure. These are the references.
Okay, thank you. So, first question is nothing but what is the difference between the domain-based watermarking technique and AI-based watermarking technique or
So
methods? Mhm.
in domain-based watermarking are two types: the spatial domain and frequency domain. And AI-based are in AI-based watermarking. There are we can protect against various type of attacks, AI attacks like content means it used for the protection of the digital image.
Okay, so whatever your proposed system is there, so how you are going to be identify and localize the exact region of your image tampering. Mm.
Yes, ma'am. Please again.
How you are going to be identify and localize the exact region of your image tampering.
We will we are using DWT and DCT for the and SBD for analyzing the tampering tempered
Okay.
region where the watermark is attacked or tempered, and how much noise are added or compression are done to the
Okay,
image.
does the system effectively detect? What are the different type of tampering as you are saying? Compression,
So
retouching.
after reviewing, we are trying to implement a system which will be able to detect all type of AI attacks.
Okay. Last question. So, how do your watermarking technique ensure the authenticity of your image without compromising the image quality or the user privacy? Authenticity of your image without compromising image quality.
That we will check in next proposed work.
Okay, fine. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we'll be proceeding with our next presentation, and the next paper will be presented by Pooja Singh Chaudhary for object detection and pursuit, recent advancements in algorithmic developments and emerging challenges. Do we have the author or co-authors for this paper?
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
My voice is audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just give me a minute. I'm sharing my screen.
Sure.
Screen is visible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. The screen is visible.
Okay. Okay. So may I start?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. So my name is Pooja Singh Chaudhary. My paper topic is object detection and pursuit, recent advancements in algorithmic developments and emerging challenges. So it's just an survey paper that we try to give that what are the emerging trends and the recent advancements in our object detection and the pursuit. So these are the outlines that firstly the introduction of the object detection and pursuit, objective comparisons of the object tracking and the algorithm, comparative analysis of the algorithms are shown over here with the recent advancements, key challenges and the expected contributions with the data sets. So in object detection, it refers to the process of identifying and locating the objects within the image or the video frame. So including the surveillance target object detections for the autonomous vehicles, medical imaging or the robotics. These are the various fields or you can say domains for in which the object detection and the object tracking can be performed over here. So for the performance of the object detection and the tracking, these are the various tasks in which for the video sequences, or we can say that these are the techniques such as the to frame tracking, optical flow, and the Kalman filters, in which we can predict and update the, or we can find the estimate of that particular state of the object in that given video frames or the image videos. So these three are the techniques that I have studied. So for the objectives of this for object detection and the tracking is that we just to explore and enhance the existing object tracking algorithms, and the focused mainly is going to be to achieve the better accuracy of that particular object which is going to be tracked and detected before, and the robustness of that particular object, and the real time performance, that how much performance is going to be efficient in the real time environment. This is a diagram of the object detection and the pursuit, that initially on which kind of data sets input video frames are going to be processed and execute, then the pre-processing of that particular image and the videos frame are going to be executed over here. Then after that the object detection is going to be seen in the output, that yes, this is the object is going to be detected in the various from the various videos frames, and after that the object is going to be tracked, um, where is that particular object is going to be there. Then after that object is tracked, then the estimation and the position velocity position is going to be determined of that particular object which is tracked. So this is the whole concept in our object detection and the tracking. So here the comparative analysis is regarding the algorithms, that the study of the algorithm is the Kalman filter, mean shift, optical flow, and other deep learning based trackers are there, which is very good, having a evaluation based parameters for the speed, accuracy, and the complexity. Works on this particular parameters, which is very much useful in giving a good efficiency or the higher efficiency in the precision idea and the computational work. So these are the algorithms. So these are the deep learning algorithms I have defined over here with their core techniques, strength, limitations, and the applications, where it is used, and what is the limitations of it and their applications. So KCF, deep sorts, and the MTN net, then FADMOD, these all are the algorithms which is recently connected with the object detection and the tracking, and which is mostly used in the video streams over there, and their strengths are to deal with the efficient fast for the single object tracking also, and for the multiple object tracking also in every scenario. So these are the things, and the limitations is only that the detection quality, which is whenever the object moves faster, so that detection sometimes if it gives the less prediction. So this kind of the limitations are there, so we can come over it. And rather than this are also the algorithm. So basically we I have the analysis and the comparative analysis of these algorithms, so where we can use in the real time. So this are the algorithms also, YOLO V8 and the SNN's algorithm, GoTurn algorithm, that used in mostly in the robotics vision and the real time tracking for the autonomous systems, which but it struggles with the large scale tracking due to its various computational complexity. So but it's having some strengths, that occlusion scenarios, and for the high accuracy efficiency, and to verifying and matching the objects in a very much robust, and feature extractions done very efficiently. So these are their strengths that we can apply in our research work further. Okay, so this is some steps of the RCN, that how it works, that we can apply in our research work. And some recent advancements are there, that YOLO SSD, that is our single faster RCNN is there. And these all are the detectors to for mapping the arithmetic precision through the highly throughput, and making the frame by frame video detection practicals. So deep sort and byte track is there to maintain the object IDs over the all the across the crowded dynamic scenes. And yes, so these are the recent advancement that I have studied for this basically topic. So we
Sorry
can
to interrupt,
use
ma'am. Just
this in
wanted to
our
mention you have 2 minutes of time left to conclude your presentation.
okay sir, okay. So these are the key challenges that we are going to come up with, that track the objects in the real time, handling the motions and the illumination changes, and transfer offer the real time detection but need a high competence. So all these are the key challenges that have to come across. So expected contributions are for the improvement of the proposals, real time implementation, robust efficiency, and the provided a consistent evaluation and the future enhancements. And these are the data sets. We I have researched on it, and recently we used to think our research work in the RoboFlow data sets. So that kind of data sets is basically for the object detection and the tracking. So yes, we can work on it, and these are the references. Thank you. Any questions?
Yes. So, first thing
Yes.
is, what is the fundamental difference that you have to mention regarding the object detection and object tracking?
Okay. Ma'am, detection is that firstly, whatever the objects are going to be located in the given scenario, and the scenario will be in the form of a video frames only, right? So video frames is nothing but the submission of the images. So we have, it's a kind of a process of identifying and locating the objects of our interest. So this is known as a object detection that we have to do from the whatever the data sets we are having. And based on that object detection, we have to track that particular object based on their locations likewise.
Okay. Second, which benchmark? I saw your last slide. There you are showing me the different
Hmm.
data sets. So, which
Hmm.
benchmark data sets were used for the evaluation and why?
Benchmark data. Okay, when
Mhm.
benchmark data sets are that key, open Google data sets are there, ImageNet data sets are there, and which I have studied in that the Pascal Walk 2007. These all data sets contain all the video frames of the object tracking data sets. It can be vary from domain to domain, as in of robotics, as in of airlines. This kind of data sets they all are pursue. But I am thinking to do my research work in the data sets of the RoboFlow. That is one of the data sets which conclude all these data sets. It's a huge bulk of a data set. So I am thinking to use that particular data sets for my further research work.
Because if you're thinking we have a Coco
Hmm.
data set, Kitty data
Yes,
set as well,
yes,
right?
yes, 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 yes,
Okay. So you mentioned the multiple as it is a literature survey paper.
yeah, yes,
You
sir.
mentioned the multiple techniques like YOLO,
Ye-
RCNN, deep
yes,
sort, and all.
yes.
So what are the strength and limitations things about that particular study?
Okay, so strengths are, ma'am, that we can do the tracking for the single object tracking also, as the KCF algorithm is used for that. And for the multiple object tracking, our deep sort is there, YOLO version V7 and V8 is there. That are the strengths for the multiple object tracking. And the limitations are that the quality somewhere affects with the less effective, and the sudden appearance when it is changes in the object tracking. So yes, this is a one kind of limitations that we can overcome with it.
Okay. And regarding the deep sort, as you mentioned,
Yes.
so how in real time multi-object tracking achieved? You actually aware about this, but what
Ye-
is the role Does the appearance-based or re-identification is play with that particular multi-object tracking?
So, ma'am, for that, the Kalman filter is there. It's a one
Mhm.
kind of filter which is used to estimate our estimate the state of the object, because after tracking we used to estimate key from this place to that place, if the objects travels, so what is going to be the estimation of that particular object. So we are going to do the research in that line also, ki what will be the velocity of that moving object. It's not for the static object, it's for the moving objects, and that too in the multiple case. So we are going to process in that particular way.
Okay, last question. What are the key unresolved challenges that you're thinking in multi-object tracking? What your researches identifies?
Okay, so my research has identified the occlusion, illumination variation, and the fastest object motion with the background subcluttering over there, and the scalability to the different environments, and somewhere the hardware limitations. That are the key challenges as per my research.
But if you say occlusions, scale
Hmm.
variations, and all, what are the techniques? You identified the techniques, right? Kalman filter, then you
Yes.
say the re-identification. So, have you
Uh-huh.
identified any techniques for this?
Ma'am, it is in process. We will
Okay.
study for that.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Nice
Okay.
presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now moving
Thank
further
you so
towards our
much.
next presentation. Yeah. The next paper will be presented by Akhil KJ, will be presenting his paper on performing cryptojacking in decentralized networks.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Sir, just can I share my screen now?
Sure, sir.
Sir, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
So good afternoon to one and all. I'm Akhil KJ from Amrita Vishwavidyapitham. I recently completed my MTech and I had worked on a topic of performing cryptojacking in decentralized network. So normally I'll start from what is a decentralized. I'll start from my problem statement. The problem statement was that this my project actually aims to investigate the feasibility and implication of implementing a cryptojacking attack in within a decentralized network. So I'll just give a glance of what are these. In a decentralized VPN, every network participant acts as both client and server, forming a mesh network topology type. This network topology allows direct communication within the nodes, and it has a distributing functionality between the nodes. So um, now I'll explain about what is an exit node. In a decentralized VPN, exit node components are they act as a bridge connecting the internal network to the external destination, like websites, servers, etc. These nodes also helps in safeguarding information integrity and maintaining privacy along the data transmission in the network. So now coming into crypto mining. Crypto mining actually involves that's the main process of miners using they use, for example, miners using powerful computers to solve complex mathematical puzzles for validating transactions and adding them to blockchain ledger. So it is mostly like what to say, this is actually discovering for example, discovering a hash value by incrementing the nonce value in each attempt in which miners are engaged. So they solve complex problems, and those will be added as they successfully solves a puzzle, it will be added as a minted coin or transaction fees. Now coming into crypto jacking. Crypto jacking is actually the same. Crypto jacking is a process of using exploiting the crypto mining, where the attackers have started using malicious script to mine cryptocurrency without any expense from others. Means, for example, victims resources. Using victim resources, these are being used. For example, victim CPU, GPU, or even the internet facility. These things are being used. So such a process is known as crypto jacking. Now, these are some of my literature surveys that I have performed. Um, Now coming into the proposed work. In my proposed work, what I have done is this is actually what's option within such a network. The exit node plays a crucial role, serving as a bridge. As I said, serves as a bridge between the internal network and the external network. In this attack, the process starts with a client node in the decentralized network, initiating an HTTP request directed to an external web server. Instead of a direct connection, in decentralized network particularly, it goes through the exit node. Suppose upon receiving the HTTP request, what happens is the HTTP web server sends back an HTTP response. The web server processes this request and in between an MITM proxy means, for example, an attacker does an MITM proxy and it mainly intercepts the process, and a malicious crypto mining script is being injected into the response. So the exit node then sends back the modified response now containing the crypto mining script. The client, which is not aware of these things, rendering the page with the embedded crypto mining script. So what happens is this script utilizes the client's CPU resources and internet bandwidth to mine cryptocurrency with the mined rewards directed to the attacker's wallet. So this is what is happening. So I'll show you the setup which I have done. So what the main setup what I have done is I have take 3 VMs, taking taking the identity of two clients, one as a two clients in a network, one as an attacker, one as a victim, and the exit node. And this is the client with that I have configured in a decentralized network. And this is the web page that I have made to visit for the participants. The web page for which I did for the participant to go into it. And this is the crypto mining page that I have done for mining. It's the CoinImp was a crypto mining resource that I have used to mine the crypto mining script. Now, what the main procedure was that, and malicious script is being added, and when the HTTP response is brought back from the server to the client, what happens is the mining script being injected, and for the client, the mining script is being executed. So what happens is a pop-up shows. This was just for a demo that it shows that the site is running JavaScript on CoinMap, and if you see the client victim side CPU resources is being used 100%, and slowly the attacker's wallet is being means that using the victim's resources, the coin is being mined, and to the attacker's wallet the cash is being done. So this was it's just an attack that I performed, and this is the references. Hello.
Yes.
Sorry, did I go too fast?
No. Yeah. So topic is very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
So why have user increasingly adapted the proxies, VPNs, and P2P networks for anonymous communication?
Sorry,
Need to
pardon me.
understand the problem context actually.
Ah,
Why the users increasingly adapted the proxies, VPNs, and P2P networks for your anonymous connection?
No, ma'am. Initially, what I thought of a problem statement is that what I initially thought of, I will go as an insider attacker. In this scenario, the attacker is mainly an insider attacker, because there is a small problem of an insider attack in this scenario is that as the facility is provided as such as the exit node directly sends the request back to the response, and between an insider attacker can inject such a script. To show that only I implemented such an attack.
Okay. So what are the security measure can be implemented to prevent your MIDM attacks in P2P communication?
Ma'am, in P2P communication, the main thing that can be adapted is, for example, we have so much security measures such as now itself we have an IDS, IPS. In decentralized networks, actually, in some kind of, I'm not telling it general, in some kind of decentralized network, the problem that is happening is as it has more security, that much IDS, IPS is not involved. For example, I'm telling the case of my decentralized network that I took. they means it was not that much implemented, so that only it could have been performed. If some security measures such as or perimeter devices, for example firewall, IDS, IPS, it was being implemented, it should be used to detect such kind of malicious scripts, so it can be stopped.
Okay, so last question.
Hmm.
How can you trust be established and maintained in decentralized network when they rely on your anonymous peer or the any for the anonymous
Okay.
peer?
Okay,
Hmm.
ma'am, it's means I'll just repeat the question for to avoid the confusion, ma'am. I think your question was that how will you believe an anonymous peer in a decentralized network, right, ma'am?
Means basically when you have this, then how you can believe or establish? We have to basically establish the trust on this, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Huh.
Ma'am, actually, the decentralized network functionality goes in a way that, ma'am, actually, decentralized, I'll just add a point. Decentralized network was initially introduced to avoid the complication in the centralized network that if a particular, ma'am, in a centralized network, what happens is a particular server with all the details of the client's peers, all the information will be present. The benefit of the
Yes.
decentralized network is that if such a server is compromised, the details will flow in a centralized network but not in a decentralized network. So, and I would like to come back to the question, ma'am. How will you believe an anonymous peer in a decentralized network? The thing is, ma'am, normally decentralized network is being set up in a trusted environment. For a trusted environment, in a trusted environment, for example, in a company or something, where we can implement a decentralized network with all known peers. It's actually a risk of taking a decentralized network because it's anonymous peer completely. For example, if you know the implication of torrents, uTorrents, they mainly use decentralized network for sending peers, downloading peers, such as it's actually a risk of taking it. But as we are into only sending some information from it, it's actually a risk, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all
Thank you.
from my side. Nice
Thank you,
topic.
sir. Moving towards our next presentation. The next presentation is for review of sentiment analysis, techniques, applications, and challenges, which will be presented by Jaimin Undvia. Do we have the author or any of the co-authors for this paper present in the meeting? There seems to be no response. We'll move further. The next paper to be presented is Revolutionizing SDN Security and Intelligent Intrusion Detection System, which will be presented by Bocha Divya.
Good morning, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Can I share my screen?
Sure, ma'am.
Good afternoon to all. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible and the screen is visible. You may proceed.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning to all respected session chairs, panel members, and fellow participants. My name is Divya Botsa, and I'm here to present our paper titled Revolutionizing SDN Security and Intelligent Intrusion Detection System. As a part of ICT4SD 2025 conference, our work focuses on addressing evolving security challenges in software defining networks using intelligent real time detection. Coming to the introduction slide, as SDN transforms network management by separating control plane from the data plane, which offering flexibility and centralized control. However, this centralized design also makes SDN more vulnerable to cyber attacks like DOS, data flooding, and targeting threats. And moreover, traditional IDS systems often fail in SDNs due to its dynamic traffic, high dimensionality, and class imbalance. So we saw the need for a smarter IDS, one that's adaptive, accurate, and supports a real-time visibility. Coming to the motivation of our work, as SDNs are the heart of cloud, IoT, and 5G technologies, making their security vital. Traditional IDS models are static and fail to adapt to changing traffic patterns and novel threats. So the imbalance in network datasets causes many rare attacks to be missed completely. So our motivation was to design a real-time intelligent IDS that could be practically deployed and trusted. Coming to the problem statement, here, as our SDNs are increasing targeted due to their centralized nature, which becomes a single point of failure. Existing intrusion detection methods struggle with detecting rare but critical attacks because of class imbalance. Most models lack real time capabilities and don't adapt well to emerging threats. So, this gap between theoretical detection models and practical SDN deployment is what our paper addresses. And the objectives for our paper is: first, we aim it to use XGBoost, which is a high performance classifier for accurate multi class attack classification. And next, to address the class imbalance, we use its smart TOMEK, which combines oversampling and undersampling. Here we created a streamlit data dashboard for real time visualization and allowing administrators to monitor traffic interactively. Lately, we focused on ensuring the model was scalable and could be deployed in a real world SDN scenarios. Coming to the dataset or a study area which we have used, here we have used the UNSW NB15 dataset, which is a modern benchmark that simulates real network behavior with both normal and malicious flows. It contains 49 features and includes 9 attack types such as DOS, exploit, swarm, shellcode, and etc. We performed cleaning, feature selection using RFE, class balancing, and smooth TOMK and normalization. From the full set, we selected the top 20 features to enhance training performance and reduce noise. Coming to the methodology, here we have followed the four steps, which is: first one is data processing. Here we do the missing value handlings, feature selection, which is RFE, and class balancing using smart TOMEK, and label encoding plus min max normalization, which is applied for model compatibility. And second one is model design, which we have used here is XGBoost classifier, as we already discussed, for as it because of its speed, accuracy, and ability to handle imbalanced data. And evaluation metrics: the accuracy, precision, recall, FN score are used for evaluation metrics. And the real time dashboard, which is we have used streamlit UI displays, attack distribution, prediction, counters, and anomaly graphs in real time. And coming to the architectural diagram, this flowchart outlines our entire methodology. We begin with UNSW NB15 dataset and apply to the pre-processing techniques to clean and normalize the data. Next, we perform feature engineering to identify the most relevant features for classification. Here we have used cosine similarity, which helps enhance feature space understanding. Then we train the XGBoost model, followed by evaluation using accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. And the final output is a real-time prediction, which is visualized via a streamlit dashboard. And the results here we have: our XGBoost model achieved an accuracy of 84%, outperforming both random forest of 78% and logistic regression of 72%. So the precision was 0.87, recall 0.83, and F1 score 0.85, showing excellent balance between false positives and false negatives. These results validate our pre-processing pipeline and choice of model. So the next few slides will show visual proof of the performance across individual attack types. Uh, Here visualization outputs are there. First one is ROC curve, which displays the area under curve AUC for each attack classes. Here we have generic worms, normal traffic achieved an AUC of 1.00, which indicates perfect classification. And most other classes like shellcode, exploits, and DOS scored above zero point 0.9, reflecting high sensitivity and low false positives. And lower performing classes like analysis 0.77 and backdoor 0.82 indicates where future improvements are needed. And coming to the right side of the diagram, which is the model performance by attack categories, this chart shows how the model performed across attack types using precision, recall, and F1 score. The IDS model performed strongly on normal, generic, and reconnaissance traffic, scoring near or at 1.0. For worms and backdoor, the model showed slightly lower metrics, possibly due to its limited samples in dataset. Overall, the balanced performance demonstrates our model's ability to generalize well across multiple attack scenarios. Coming to
Sorry
the
to
last slide, which is
interrupt, ma'am. Yeah, just wanted to mention you have 2 minutes of time left to conclude your presentation.
sure, sir. Coming to the last slide, which is conclusion. To conclude, our research presents a practical, intelligent ideas for SDN networks using XGBoost and real-time streamlit visualization. It addresses major issues like class imbalance and real-time detection and usability. And the future work here we have, in the future we plan to integrate federated learning to allow decentralizing training across multiple SDN controllers. And to ensure privacy and security, we will use secure multi-party computation, which is SMPC, to protect sensitive data during the model training. And that's it for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. As you mentioned, UNSW NB15 datasets, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Why it is selected for your project?
Ma'am, because UNSW is having different type of data, different type of what you called
Any
different
other
type.
data that you have to
Ma'am,
mention? Any other data set that you have to mention?
ma'am, we can also use different data sets like UNSW as thing, and we can also use different data sets like working hours, Friday working hours, Monday work. It depends on the features, ma'am. Here we have uh, our data set contains 49 features and 9 diverse attack types, which updated attack behavior in normal traffic. There are older data sets like KDD99, which is having a few attacks, ma'am.
Okay, so you choose an XGBoost, right? For your
Yes,
multi-class classification. Why you're not using other models, or why XGBoost only?
ma'am, XGBoost, as I already mentioned, that it is because of its powerful and efficient gradient boosting algorithm
But
that
rather
both.
than that, light GBM is also there.
Yes, ma'am.
So have
Uh,
you compared any other algorithm to come to your conclusion that XGBoost is better?
Yes, ma'am. In our comparisons, XGBoost outperformed other models like random forest and logistic regression, which we have used, and it is achieved 84% of accuracy. Um why? Because it balances uh, it the strong precision recall balance, making it deal for detecting both common and rare attacks in SDN, ma'am. Because it handles fast and it also handles imbalanced data and prevents overfitting, man.
Okay. So for imbalancing data, you use mode analysis, right? Upsampling or downsampling.
Yes, ma'am.
So how XGBoost Gate going to be handle your imbalancing data? Because you done pre-processing prior to that, and then you are going to be passed to XGBoost.
Yes, ma'am. First we pre-process the data set, which is handling missing values, and after that we applied a smart TOMAK for balancing. Then we trained the XGBoost classifier using the top 20 features with an 80 by 20 train test split. And we evaluated it using metrics like accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. And this XGBoost gave the best results among the all models we tested.
Okay. Last question. What are the performance metrics were used to evaluate your model? And what were the results? I have seen your AUC ROC curve. Is this only the matters while you having such a type of the problem statement?
Yes, ma'am. We have used the performance matrix, which is accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score.
Mm.
And accuracy is nothing but which tells us overall correctness, and precision is moreover which predicted attacks were actually correct, and the recall here which shows the how many actual ac- attacks we were able to detect, and F1 score is nothing but
No, that's
um,
fine. I'm aware about all these things that performance measure. My main question is that on which performance measure is really important. Like in medical industry, we check with the false positive rate, right? Same way it
yes,
is that
ma'am.
much sensible.
Because accuracy alone can be misleading when the data set is imbalanced,
Yes.
like in our case, ma'am. So that's
Okay.
why we are using the performance metrics.
Okay. Fine. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this
Yeah.
opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. Now moving towards our next presentation. The next paper to be presented is sleep quality and body strain assessment. Sorry,
वटाणा और सेब दोनों.
sorry for the disturbance. So, as I was saying, the next paper to be presented is sleep quality and body strain assessment through 3D pressure mapping using deep learning. And the paper will be presented by Deepesh Sudan Arunachalam.
Yeah, hello. And we also have one more presenter for this particular paper. So Dennis and please also join us.
Sure, sir.
So I'll share my screen.
Right.
So is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, the screen is visible.
Yeah, I'll start the presentation. So, very good afternoon, everyone. Myself, I am Dennis Andrew, and my teammate is Deepesh Sudhanachalam. We are from SSN College of Engineering, Chennai, affiliated to Anna University. And today we'll be proposing a research work, sleep quality and body strain assessment through 3D pressure mapping using deep learning techniques. To provide a bit of context on what our project is about, firstly, we know that sleep is a vital character to human health. Roughly around 2.5 million patients per year get affected by pressure ulcers related to bed sores. And poor sleep postures can also cause spinal issues and other sleep related disorders like sleep apnea and discomfort. And to get an analysis or an insight into sleep data, there are existing methods that work on it. But one of the limitation of such existing method is using wearable sensors. The cons of using such devices is that they hinder the actual natural sleeping of the patients, which cause discomfort to the patients. And another possible solution is to use a device called 2D pressure mat. 2D pressure mat is nothing but an array of sensors placed on top of a bed, where each sensor would detect the pressure on that particular region. Next slide. Yeah. So even with using such a 2D pressure map, we have certain limitations, such as loss of depth information. As you can see in the slide here, the left is the actual pressure image and the right is a 3D version of the same image. And due to this limitation, we propose something called as a body mesh and a pressure map. Yeah, and this is the model architecture that we are using. So the end product or the final result, you could say, from our model is something called as a body mesh pressure map. Body mesh is nothing but a 3D visualization of a human person lying on the bed, along with the pressure highlighted on top of the body mesh. So as an input to our model, we use two input modalities: the pressure image obtained from the pressure map, as well as the depth image. The depth image is obtained by placing a depth camera over the subject or a patient lying on the bed. With that as input, we pass it to a feature extraction layer, that is the ResNet 18 we use as a pre-trained layer. And then following that, we use those features and pass it to an MLP to obtain so-called SMPL parameters. So what is an SMPL? So SMPL is nothing but a skin multi-person linear model. It's just a common model used to represent anatomical structure of human body. It is dictated by parameters like theta, beta, and t. Theta refers to the body shape, and beta is the body posture, and t refers to the translation. And G here refers to the gender of the actual subject. With that as input, we pass it to the SMPL block, and we obtain the body mesh itself. But we don't stop there. We also use the features obtained from the previous step uh, and pass it to something called as a feature indexing block. So the feature indexing block's purpose is to accumulate features over each mesh vertex. And after that association is done, we pass it to something like an encoder decoder framework to finally obtain the two outputs, that is the cpred and ppred. Cpred is nothing but a binary value, that is a 0 or 1, indicating if that portion of the body is actually in contact with the bed, and ppred is nothing but the pressure associated with that particular vertex. We do an element wise multiplication, and finally we obtain the pressure map. Now a point net encoder decoder is nothing but dealing with the data known as point cloud. Point cloud is nothing but a 3D unstructured data, like a collection of points in 3D space. This is our first approach where we use with supervision, and by which supervision I'm referring to the data such that we project the 2D pressure image onto the body mesh itself. And with that, we compare the actual result that we have and the ground truth data. Another approach that we use is the without supervision approach. Here, it's relatively the same model, but the layers from ResNet to SMPL are pre-trained, and we freeze it during the training process. And the output of the PointNet decoder is that we get something called as a 2D differentiable projection. Now, what is a 2D differentiable projection is that we project the 3D body mesh that we obtain as a result into a 2D image, and then we compare it with the 2D input image that we have, and then we do a coordinate wise comparison to check how far or how close it is to the actual point or pixel in the input image. Yeah. Next slide. So this is the actual flow that we use for the supervision approach, and on the slide here you can see a sample of a depth image and the pressure image. So the input, we stack the depth and pressure image, pass it to the ResNet, and using the MLP we predict the SMPL parameters required to get the actual body mesh, and then we associate the features that we obtained the previous layer to each vertex using the feature indexing block, and then we use the pointed encoder decoder framework to actually obtain the pressure per vertex of the body mesh. Yeah, and for the without supervision approach, we use the same approach, but here we freeze the layers from the ResNet to the SMPL, and we force the network to learn the directly the pressure values for each vertex.
So let's move on to the next model. We next after execution presentation of the different regions.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm not clearly audible. You are not clearly audible.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt.
Not to
Hello.
estimate the pressure for the non-contact regions or the uploaded regions.
Hello. Yeah. So there seems to be some disturbance in the background. We are not able to clearly hear you. There seems to be some internet connectivity issues on their side. We'll wait for a minute here.
Yeah, hello. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, sorry. One second. Let's share my screen now. So this is the next part of research where we have worked on estimating the pressure across different regions across the human body. So here we have performed a comparative analysis between the 2D pressure map and the 3D pressure map. So in case of the 2D pressure map, we lack depth information over here, and we are not able to estimate the pressure for the non-contact regions or the offloaded positions. Whereas in case of the 3D pressure map, we are able to estimate the pressure for every precise region we want from the data. So here, let's now see to the table over here in the next slide. Yeah, once again. So yeah, this is the comparative analysis which we have performed between 2D and the 3D. So here, in case of the 2D pressure map, we are able to segment the pressure across different regions manually. For example, head and neck and shoulders. Whereas in case of 3D pressure map, we are able to extract pressure values for a particular point using the SMPL vertices. As my teammate just explained, SMPL is a parametric model, and based on that, the mesh is being constructed. So we are using SMPL vertices to extract the pressure value at anatomical landmarks across human body. Now let's look at this particular example where we can see that the pressure at left heel, right heel, and the lower back are significantly higher, which could uh, having a pressure and in turn it can cause sleep apnea. We are analyzing the sleep quality using the posture classification. So here
Sorry to
just
interrupt, sir. Just
classifying the
wanted to
posture
mention that you have 2 minutes of time left to conclude your
sleep posture
presentation.
left and right, and I've used two models for classification, just point net and the points in it. And point net use MLPs and the global masking to form the global feature vector. In case of point CNN, we have X convolutional layers in order to capture local spatial relationship. So here what we do is we just for a time period threshold T, we run the classification model. We just have a counter to maintain the frequent. Sorry for the interruption again. Yeah, okay. I'm about to complete. Yeah, sorry. So we just trace the postures across different. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So we just trace the postures for a given time threshold T, and if in case if there is a frequent posture change, we just conclude that the subject is having sleep discomfort. Else, the subject is having deep sleep. Now we just perform this particular analysis for the two approaches, with supervision approach and without supervision approach. And in case of without supervision approach, points in it tend to dominate because of the X convolutional layers which is being present. And in case of with supervision approach, we find that point net tend to dominate because of the accurate pressure value prediction based out of the with supervision architecture. So towards the conclusion, we have just performed. Yeah, we have just performed input fusion, and we have predicted the 3D pressure map, and Further, we just moved on to the posture classification. Then we have estimated the region-wise pressure estimation, which is helpful in predicting body strain. And later, based off of classification results, we have estimated the sleep quality. And in future, this could be validated using the clinical setup. And the main scope of this particular research is that it could reduce the workload of the nurses uh, nurse stage, issues where intervention is not be needed for the subject posture in order to avoid sleep apnea or other sort of sleep disorders. Yeah, thank you. Any questions?
Okay, thank you. Your present. First of all, can you explain the process of converting the pressure map into the point cloud?
Yeah, I'll explain that. So we don't directly use the pressure map itself. We use something called as the SMPL model. So the SMPL model's output is something called as a body mesh. So body mesh is basically a 3D representation of the human body as mesh vertexes. With that as the input, we translate into something called as a point cloud, which is nothing but a 3D collection of points representing in 3D space, which where each point would represent the features of the human body. With that as the input, we pass it to the points in our.
Okay, next, how was the sleep quality is measured using your posture changes in your system?
Yeah, so what we do is we actually classify the posture into three different classes. One is the supine posture where the person like lays on like the face is on the ceiling, and the left posture and the right posture. With that, we observe how the subject is sleeping over time, and if the posture changes frequently, we can obviously highlight that the person is not in sleeping or it's in a state of discomfort. Otherwise, if the position does not change much frequently, let's say we compare it to the threshold value, maybe that threshold can also be detected by domain knowledge doctors themselves. And if we can do that, then we can appropriately label the sleep as either a deep sleep or a sleep that is in discomfort.
Okay, what are the advantages of point CNN over the point net in
So
your
here,
framework?
points CNN, it uses its convolution layers. So in case of any noise in the data, or in order to capture more spatial relationship, point CNN plays a very vital role because we can see in our results too. In without supervision approach, point CNN over competed with the point net. Point net it's more suitable when we have the data in more accurate form. Whereas in point CNN, we can just capture um, more spatial relationships. Yeah.
Okay, what kind of data set or sensor that you can use to collect the data?
So right now we have used two standard data sets, the SLP data set and the body pressure ST data sets. They have used pressure sensors which are being
So
stacked over the
basically,
pressure.
no. Oh,
Yeah,
fine.
they have used
And
pressure
can this
sensors.
system detect the sleep disorders? I think so. You are lacking. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So what was the next question?
My last question: can your system is detect the sleep disorder?
Yeah, but when we are monitoring postures over a prolonged period of time, when the algorithm is running for a long period of time, yes, it can now track sleep disorders too, based on the posture change alone. We have also other modules going on as part of our research for predicting breathing rate and other parts. So once those are integrated, we'll be able to track sleep disorders too.
Then this is a smart matrices, right? So how your system is going to be integrated?
Ma'am, by smart matrices, you mean the pressure mat, right?
Yes, pressure mat. How we are going to be integrated because you require sensor for that, right?
Actually, right now we have the data sets only. We have only worked with the data sets, but actually
Okay.
we are planning to acquire the actual pressure met sensor. So with that, probably we'll be able to lay it on top of the bed as and start testing it on our own, like place people over the bed, integrate it to our system. And mostly the integration part is actually easy because what we do is we will get some pressure value over in the range of 0 to 1000 mmHg, and we can translate that directly into something like a heat map that you can see over the image in the slides, and that we can feed it as an input to our system.
Thank you. That's all from my side.
Yeah, ma'am, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for the opportunity, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, for our last paper presentation, we have the paper title Review of Sentiment Analysis, Techniques, Applications and Challenges. The paper will be presented by Jaimin Undvia. Do we have the author or any of the co-authors for this paper present? There seems to be no response. So that concludes our session 11C. And I sincerely thank our authors for their excellent presentations and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. Now, I hope this session was informative enough, and we, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for the support during this 10th version and all the previous 9 versions of the conference. We'll be happy to have you in the 11th version in 2026. All the presenters would be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. Further, all the papers have already been forwarded to Springer. The publication will be live within 7 to 8 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of ICT4SD 2025. Lastly, I also thank our session chair, Professor Kalyani Guge, for chairing the session. Ma'am, here is a token of appreciation on behalf of the team ICT4SD 2025 and Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Thank you for your valuable presence.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me as a session chair at 10th International Conference. It's my honor to be a part of such prestigious platform and the witness with the outstanding research presented by all the participants. This is exclusively invitations comes upon the kind recommendation of Dr. Amit Joshi sir. So I thankful to everyone. I sincerely grateful to have here. And I truly appreciate the opportunity and looking forward to contribute for your further in the future. Thank you all. Thank you for your engagement. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I kindly request you all to switch on the camera for a quick snapshot of the virtual conference. It's a request to all the authors and co-authors to please switch on your cameras. Okay. Thank you all. Stay safe and take care.